The sentiment in the stock market is upbeat. The main US stock indices are growing noticeably amid the news about the relief package. Reportedly, a $1.9 trillion stimulus plan may be approved in the House of Representatives later this week. Traders also are waiting for the speech on the economic outlook from Fed Chairman Jerome Powell before the Senate Banking Committee. Last week, the equity market faced some pressure and extended losses. Over the week, the Dow Jones dipped by 0.21%. Investors were concerned about the weak data on initial jobless claims, which started rising again. The cold weather in the US, especially in Texas, weighed on the stock market. State authorities warned that the region's power grid would remain extremely fragile for several days. Nevertheless, this week the US stocks regained ground amid an increase in risk appetite. Traders are factoring in the reports that the coronavirus death toll in the US has been declining for the third week in a row. New cases as well as hospitalizations have decreased as well. President Joe Biden visited the Pfizer vaccine plant in Michigan. Later, Pfizer announced its plan to deliver more than 13 million doses of its COVID-19 vaccine per week to the US by the middle of March. However, this news has not facilitated yet a rise in the value of the pharmaceutical company's stocks. The price of Facebook shares is decreasing. Last week, investors closely followed the news on the conflict of the corporation with the Australian authorities. Facebook on Wednesday announced it would no longer allow publishers and users in Australia to share or view news articles in response to the country's new proposed media law. The Australian government is going to pass a law that will force Google and Facebook to pay local publishers for posting their news content. You've watched Weekly Financial Review on InstaTV with me, Anna Kasatkina. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to keep track of all the latest financial events together with us. See you back soon.